So I guess we'll start by saying welcome to AMA for WarFi across Grape.
Yeah,
WarFi is a well, I think this is Jason here. Crypto Chicken Chaser Crypto is Jason, the founder, CEO of WarFi, which is a pretty cool upcoming play to earn game. Going to be on BSC, I think. It's
yeah,
going to be
yeah.
multi-chain. Um,
Eventually, it'll be multi-chain. Like after a month or two, it'll be multi-chain. But we're starting off obviously on the BSC, so that'll just make it easier for us to, start off and a lot more smoother.
yeah, nice. Yeah, well, I think it's a pretty cool concept. I mean, you have two sides to it as well. I mean, we'll go over all this, but I've always been kind of like, maybe not always, but like, for a long time, obviously grew up playing video games like many kids, obviously, but a lot
Yeah,
of mainly the FPS shooter games. I haven't played them in a while, but always a fan of giving a shooter a go, and it's pretty cool. I saw you had the videos. If I don't know if people saw in the announcements here, or if you joined the WarFi Discord, they got some good gameplay videos already out, which is something pretty cool because it's usually in especially in the crypto space, you have this the general idea is let's raise money first and then we'll make something later on, or we'll raise money to make something later on. And
yeah,
it's one of the first times I've seen you guys have actually already made the game. Pretty much like the game is already, you can see the
yeah. It's
videos,
done.
the gameplay is there. And obviously, with a game, like the game is like never actually complete. You always add
Never
things to
done.
a
Yeah,
game, you know what I mean. But
yeah.
you actually have a working game prior to it launching, which is pretty cool. So,
I think the main concept there was, like 99.9% of projects in this space in DeFi, they're giving you a promise, not a
yeah,
product,
yeah.
right?
Selling a dream.
And that
Yeah,
exactly, and that's what we saw. That's why 99% of products fail.
yeah, yeah,
So what do? We do it the other way around. I pay for
yeah.
it, get everything done, get everything sorted beforehand, and give people the product, not the promise. So that
Yeah,
was the
yeah,
thinking behind it, and getting everything done beforehand. People don't have to invest into a promise, into something eventually being built. It's already built. Now look what we're going to do and expand the empire with it. That's pretty
yeah,
much
yeah.
how it came to be.
Yeah, perfect. Well, I mean, maybe just introduce yourself first, and I don't know, tell us about your
Yeah, yeah.
history,
Why not?
in general, that sort of stuff. Just like get people
Yeah.
to know
So
you.
so obviously you can see it's Chicken Chaser on Discord, but my real name is Jason Baxter, from South Africa actually. So that's why you might hear the funny accent. Um, I've been in the financial realm, sales, and corporate for the last 12 years, and then I've been in crypto for the last 5 years, DeFi for just over a year. So that's obviously the background when it comes to me as a person. And then this specific project has been in the works for, let's say, 4 or 5 months, probably
Yeah,
more.
nice.
Um, yeah. So the thought was, instead of rushing it and half-assing it, this market is really finicky. But if you get it right, I believe a project can really take over the DeFi space,
Hmm.
especially something like that has a product and not a promise. Because I
Mm.
don't know, I don't even think I can count on my hands how many other projects have done that. I don't think there
Yeah,
is
yeah,
any,
yeah.
to be honest.
Yeah, it's I mean, usually it's, and I guess like crypto is a good way to like fundraise, but a lot of projects just maybe take that to too far of an end where they just like fundraise and then never never deliver anything. But
Exactly. Yeah.
you know, it is a good way to fundraise, but having some sort of at least an MVP or something, in your case like an actual playable product, before is obviously a unique feature that you can actually get into you can actually play the game like straight away. Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
but obviously you've worked. on a couple of projects. I mean, we've worked together on a project. You worked on. Are you still working a little bit on Spring Games?
Yeah, still at Spring Game, still obviously, doing the stage stuff, making sure obviously marketing and partnerships is going strong there.
Yeah,
We've obviously worked together on a couple of projects.
yeah.
So, that's the thing. You build up your name, you build up obviously that, you know, safety and security for yourself. I mean,
Mm,
that's why my face is my profile picture. I don't care. I'm a good player. And if you're doing stuff like that and doing good actor, we need to build up DeFi to be a better space. And I
mm-hmm,
believe, through all the good people, I was telling Nick the other day that, eventually all these scammy projects and 99% of them will fail. The people
mm,
that are going to be left over are the ones actually meaning to do good in DeFi. And
yeah, yeah,
that's going to
yeah.
make a major
Absolutely.
difference. Exactly,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. Well, I guess maybe like tell like give us the rundown of the project in general.
Okay.
Like how it's going to work, like what it solves, the
So
maybe the long term goals as well.
all right. So to start off, there's three different ways, right now that people can actually make money. Let's call it that. So firstly, we've got a playable game that can be used with our native token or just straight BUSD. So it's a first person shooter. Think of Counter Strike. Think of Call of Duty. You're playing against other players, other users. You put in your $1 to play the game. For every kill you get in the game, you're getting 50 cents. So it's a nice way. You could potentially not just have fun. You could potentially make some good profit off of it. There's some
Yeah,
people like
skill
yourself,
based. Yeah.
yeah, skill based. It's not luck, or anything like that. It's proper skill based. So you have fun. The competitive side comes out in this way. There'll be scoreboards and there'll be obviously tracking and LB, I'm better than you. No, you're better than me. Oh, well, let's prove it.
Exactly. You
So
put your money where your mouth is. Yeah.
exactly. And what better to do that, with obviously a first-person shooter? But there's going to be a lot of other games in the future. So the first-person shooter is just the first one to
Mm,
target the proper esports and actual big gaming.
yeah,
There's a
yeah.
lot of big discords that have got 10, 20,000 people that
Mm,
have got nothing to do with crypto. Yeah, they know about
yeah,
crypto, but it's not a crypto discord. They're a gaming discord.
yeah, yeah,
Tonight we're
yeah.
going to play Counter Strike. Tomorrow we're going to play Call of Duty. The next day we're
Mm,
going to play this. So the marketing has already been done with a couple of them, and they're going to be using our game. Every, let's say, Wednesday, for an example,
mm,
that they're going to be playing this game with BUSD, and that's generating us external revenue from day one. From
mm,
launch day, we are generating external revenue, and that's another thing. And it's not using the native token either. It's
yeah, yeah.
pure external revenue. So not a lot of projects can say that from day one. But that's
Mm,
the first part. Then the second part is obviously our NFTs that obviously give you your passive income. A
mm-hmm,
lot of people, don't like playing games, so they still see the vision of obviously the project, so they want to get into it somehow. So what we've done is we've obviously got some cool looking NFT soldiers that produce daily rewards, anything from 1% up to 2.2%, depending on the
mm-hmm,
rarity of your soldier, and that's per day. So that's actually quite cool. And that ranges from $100 all the way to $700,
mm-hmm,
for the biggest tiered, obviously, soldier. And then there's a third soldier, which is not connected to the protocol at all. Our warbot. Basically, if in the pre-sale, which is on Thursday, if there's some serious investors that really want to go far with, obviously, within the company, then we're offering out actually percentage of our company as well.
mm.
So
Nice.
if you've bought, one of every soldier from pre-sale, it will equivalent to about $1,450 for
Mm-hmm,
somebody buying one of each type of soldier, which puts them on the whitelist for the warbot. And the warbot is $1,000 a soldier.
mm-hmm,
Now that warbot, 85% of that $1,000 would go straight into trading bots. I'm sure people have
mm,
seen James Pelton in his channel. He uses
mm-hmm,
trading bots, and then that will be then used to generate between 9 and 12% per month that is airdropped
mm.
in BUSD straight back to the holders of those NFTs. And then
Yeah,
as an
nice.
added bonus, those holders also will get the profits from the entire company, all the games that we're going to develop, the game now that's obviously played with BUSD, all the external
Mm-hmm,
revenue coming into the company. The holders of those warbots, which there's only 1,000 of, they will actually be earning 10% of the entire company as well. So
Nice.
those are the three different ways that people can get involved in the beginning. There's obviously people that are more game type. There's people that don't want to play games, but obviously love the thought of passive income. And then there's the real serious investors that want to get behind the project as a total, as a you know, bigger picture basically.
Yeah.
And that's where the war come in. So there's obviously a couple different things, and you can say this project is got a number of facets to it. You can say it's inspired by trading bots. It's inspired by Horde. It's inspired by Spring Game. So it's got a little bit of obviously each one, and I believe I've taken all the great different parts of each project and I've brought them in together with one and included a game. An actual proper FPS that people are going to love. And yeah, that's obviously the start, how it's actually running from day one, which is obviously just amazing. And then the long-term goal is that yes, we've got this one game, people are playing BUSD, or they're using their Grape token. That's another thing we're doing. We're offering other protocols that we partner with the opportunity to put their native token onto the game. So they'll be able to obviously play this game using their native token, which is obviously great for burning the token to make it deflationary. So
So that's like that's something that we'll be doing relatively soon, I guess. That Grape will be used in the game. So you'll have the game. You can either use BUSD, you can use the native kill token, or partner tokens like Grape. To you have to pay to play the game, and then essentially you get half, or you get an amount back per kill you get. And I think in the game, you have like an elimination style game where
so 10 players,
yeah,
for 10 minutes, you each pay your dollar, and somebody has the potential of 9 kills. So that's what 450% ROI.
Yeah,
it's not bad.
that's pretty
That's the
good. I mean,
potential that's lying there.
and it's all skill based. Like if you're a good
It's not luck, yeah.
if you're a good shooter, you play a lot of shooter games. Well, now you can actually maybe make some BUSD. You can make some kill token and some Grape as well, and have some fun at the same time as well. And it's a good little utility for Grape at the same time there.
Definitely.
So yeah, that's pretty cool. And
Yeah.
I like essentially you give some decent options to for numerous different types of investors to come into the game. Like obviously you're talking about you don't need to have an NFT or be part of the the passive side to even play the game. So that's like you're opening up to multiple different groups or different sectors, so to say, just by doing that, which is really nice. Because most games, in the crypto space, you kind of have to they're tied really closely to everything else, so you have to be involved
within the project. Yeah,
exactly, which is good, but also bad. Like it's good and bad, so to say. Whereas I like this
the
sort
thing
of
is that the
flexibility here.
reason they have to do something like that is because they've already used so much of the investors' money to create that game, so they need to try and bring
True.
it back somehow.
Yeah,
Let's be honest. So that's just how it is. But with this case, we don't need to be using the investors' money to build a game. So now we can just put the money straight back into those investors, which is amazing in itself, and build a big community using this utility that we can offer other projects. All the way from using native other projects' native tokens on the game is going to be amazing. To give them utility, obviously build a community, and it helps us into our long-term goal. So getting to the long-term goal, this is one of the first game on our website. So eventually we're going to be building a crypto hub or a WarFi gaming hub. So essentially, we're going to try now, obviously, the goal after launch is to bring multiple other projects onto this same site. So any other play-to-earn protocols in the space, if they want to make a name for themselves, they're going to have to be on the site where we eventually want every single person in DeFi that wants to play a game or wants to be part of any good protocol, whether it be playing the actual games or just being part of the protocol, to obviously be a part of this huge community. And that's why I say it's not just about the games. It's about the same way we created utility for Grape, where you guys can use your native token. I mean, we've already done that with Truth Seekers as well. The Truth Seeker token will also be able to be, played on obviously the game as well. But now we need to
Nice,
start
nice.
doing more games. I mean,
Yeah.
the game market is massive. It's bigger
Oh,
than the
it's
crypto
huge.
market,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
10 times bigger. So yeah, even more than 10 times. But
Yeah.
basically, every single human being, that has a cell phone has a silly little game that they sometimes play, or they're on Facebook or whatever. So imagine having now a chess game that you're playing one-on-one for a BUSD. You've got a checkers game. You've got a tanks
Yeah.
game. You've got a strategy game. You've got a racing game. That's what we're trying to do. We're going to bring on multiple games to create this huge community, this gaming hub, if you will. If there's any gamers out there, think about Steam on the blockchain.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
basically what we'll be creating. But it's not just linked to the gaming side; it'll be linked to all these other great protocols. And eventually there'll be an onboard DEX that you swap between all the tokens you want to play with. There'll be obviously a lot of other things that we can do, and then the project just has the potential to grow and take over DeFi. I really believe it does, especially with it can bring in every single other type of protocol into this one ecosystem. And that's why we obviously have also partnered with guys like the Truth Seekers that are going to have wallet watchers that we know obviously what safety wise, who to bring on, who not to bring on to the protocol. Anybody who wants to be, on this website, in the future would have to do a audit and a KYC and have a wallet watcher on their multi-sig. So that way we only bring in the good actors into this huge community. So we need to
Yeah, yeah.
start, filtering out all the bad eggs in the bad apples. And I think this is going to be great because we're going to be earning external revenue from every single one of these games on this website. And we're going to use that once again just to keep developing and developing and developing this actual ecosystem as a whole.
Yeah, nice. So it's like I guess it's a pretty big long term vision there. Start small with like one game and a passive side, and it's like almost like a MVP, so to say.
Yeah,
This is how it can be done, and then you can replicate that pretty easily from then. It's a nice little
exactly.
mutual benefit for other protocols as well to just be able to use your native token in the game, and the game is kind of brings some competitive uh like an environment to the community as well. I know there's some people in our community that are obviously gamers. A lot of people in crypto are gamers, but as you said before as
Yeah.
well, um, a lot of gamers are not in crypto at all, and they uh, probably
Well,
they're
they want to be.
competitive,
Yeah, they
but
want to be in crypto, but it's so
yeah,
difficult and it's so
it is,
confusing.
yeah,
And if this is an easy way, hey, the same game you're playing now in Web 2, just come do it in Web 3 and earn some dollars.
exactly, yeah,
That's
yeah. Are you
we need
good?
to make
You want to
the
make some
jump
money?
that easy. Like, yeah, like poke the bear, to get that competitive side out of people. But I really believe that is obviously the next stage. I mean, I even saw somebody in your Discord like 2 hours ago, 3 hours ago, talking about develop a cool game that's within the community that we can play with our Grape token. I'm like, well, he's been doing that already. Like, do you guys know of the AMA coming up in 2 hours? But
Yeah,
yeah, I
exactly.
think it's going to be pretty cool. And yeah,
Yeah,
like eventually, like I said, the first couple games will already be launched within the first month. Like there'll be a chess
nice,
game, there'll be a checkers game, there'll
nice,
be another
nice.
small, and these will be mobile games as well. So that
Okay,
way,
cool.
you don't just need a PC to play it; you can do it on your mobile app, and that way, you guys can be on your cell phones playing chess against each other, checkers against each other, different sorts of games,
Mm,
and you can use it using the Grape token or BUSD for that matter. It doesn't
mm.
matter. We want to obviously eventually get that out to everybody, and that's the way we're going to take over DeFi ourselves.
Yeah, nice. Very flexible that way, and I think it's a good way to like
Mm.
bring as I said, like the game, the game is on board. You don't have to introduce them to this whole like passive DeFi side, and The whole like being an LP and all that sort of stuff, like NFTs and all that sort of it's just like
Yeah,
you're a
because
gamer,
that's
you can
that's
just play a game.
that's hard for them to get into. Yeah,
There's
exactly.
a lot of
That's hard for
things,
a
yeah.
gamer. If you're not in the DeFi space for a little while, it's like tough to just jump in straight into NFTs, passive income. Pay us $1,000. We'll promise you'll get your money back. That's like, oh shit.
Yeah,
If you haven't been in crypto and DeFi for a long time, you're not going to do something like that. But if you're playing a game for $1, you know, that's something more realistic to shoot at people. You don't need a minimum of $100 or $500. Bring your $1, come to the practice area, practice a little bit, and then take your
mm.
dollar and try and go earn some more dollars.
Yeah, nice. Yeah.
Mm.
So we'll talk about the you're gonna have a sale for the kill token it is this week.
Yeah, so
Um
Thursday 7 p.m. UTC, our
mhm,
pre-sale will kick off. Public pre-sale. So we
mhm,
made it a fair launch to make sure it's fair for everybody. That'll be at a 10% discount, so you'll get it at $1. The reason
mhm,
for that is obviously making it very stable. It's also basically in line with the dollar that we're going to be using with the in-game. People can use stable tokens to play the game.
mhm.
So, and then at launch, which will be on Sunday, it'll start off at $1.10, and then we will also be using a price management system,
Mhm.
PMS, if you
Yep.
will. um, yeah. Anyway, so there'll be obviously a range between $1 and $1.10 to make sure, obviously, that it keeps within that dollar range, and there's no obviously buy tax, there's no sell tax, there's no claim tax. It's a great way to obviously people to get into a great protocol, and they know they don't have to put their money to a promise. They're putting their money to a product. So that's
Mm,
the
mm.
difference. Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
But
So
it is hard
and
capped. We've kept it small to start off with because we don't need a big
yeah.
pre-sale. I mean, we've already got the product, we've already developed it. So now it's just about expanding the empire. So
Mm.
that's we're gonna have a hard cap of only 200K,
Okay, yeah, nice.
and
Small,
then
yeah.
exactly, and then not just that. Each week there'll only be a select amount of NFTs that'll be available. So first come, first serve. If there's only 100
Oh yeah.
NFTs
Mhm.
each week, first one who grabs them when they go live every weekend. That's it. Yeah, that's all that's going to be available, and we're going to do it that way for the longevity and sustainability of the project, while developing, all the great other things that we're doing as well with the gaming hub. The actual external revenue that we're building up,
Mhm.
and just helping other protocols and keep expanding, keep partnering, keep creating this massive ecosystem.
Mm. Nice, nice. And you're going
Hmm.
to so you said launching on the Sunday.
Yeah. Also
And
7
that
p.m. UTC. So to keep it at the
on
same
the
time,
Sunday.
yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah. And that's launching the passive side and the game as well, or is it you launching the game a bit later?
Yeah, so no, the game is going to be launched as well. It'll be
Yeah,
obviously
okay.
from launch day available to be downloaded onto your PC. You guys can start playing it. Whether we're going to let people play for dollars yet, I think we want to give people a couple days.
Mhm.
Let them play with the game. Let them not obviously degen too quickly and start playing with too many dollars.
Uh,
I want people to have a couple days of just playing the game, without obviously worrying about any dollars, and letting them play it,
yeah,
get used to the
okay,
game,
yeah. That's
and then
probably good,
we'll
yeah.
we'll turn on the function for people to start playing with actual dollars.
Yeah, nice.
Hmm.
How many so in terms of the game, we'll talk about the game in terms of like maps and I don't know different characters you can play or different weapons and things like that.
Yeah,
W-
weapons.
w-
Weapons is
yeah,
like any game. There's snipers, there's shotguns, there's machine guns, SMGs. You can play the game. It's not just related to the NFTs in the protocol.
yeah.
It's like a normal first-person shooter, all the way till grenades and napalms and everything.
Oh, nice.
You'll be able to do anything. Um, but what we're also doing to keep the hype going is that each 2 weeks or once a month, once every 2 weeks, we'll be then releasing another map, another game mode.
Nice.
Uh,
Mhm.
a couple of them are already done and are waiting to be activated. But the thing
Yep.
is, we need to do this slowly, organically, and
Mhm.
we buying time for all these other protocols that are not good to die out, so that they can come our way.
Yeah, that's always good. I mean, that's how it works in the real world anyway. Like they have things ready to go and they kind of drip them out and then perfect them over time and get feedback as well and improve the game um, over time. You can't just have everything released in the first day, and then
Yeah.
people will be asking like when's the next thing.
Exactly. So we've really learned, and that's why we've taken all the best parts from all the best projects,
Yeah,
and not just that, but we've learned obviously using this. We've been working on this for months. I mean, I've been in the space for how long? We've worked on plenty of
yeah.
projects together, so it's like you learn over time what works the
Mm.
best in every little asset of the actual protocol that you need to be doing, and as you said, slowly release new and new things, on a constant basis. If they know it's coming every 2-3 weeks, it's just amazing that people will be hyping that up. And 2 weeks in crypto and DeFi is like 2 months. So
I know.
so it can't be. I don't think it can be longer than that. But at least it's good to keep the hype.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. No,
That's pretty
it's
cool. I
going.
mean,
I think it's going to go well. To be honest.
yeah, I'm keen to give it a go. To be honest, I'm keen to. I seen the videos. It looks pretty cool. Like, so I mean, how many maps are you gonna launch with? And I guess as well. So like in terms of when you join the game, you select like a class or something, or how does that work? Or you just get like randomly chosen put into a class or something, like a gun
No,
class.
no, no. You can choose the class that you want.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like any game. It's like any game. There's no difference. Think of a Web 2 game. You're literally all we've done is put a contract on it so it becomes Web 3.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
It runs the
nice.
same. It's not. You don't have to be confused about now that it's on the blockchain. What's different
Yeah,
about it? Nothing's different about it. It's the same game you would have played Counter Strike or Call of Duty on or War Fortnite, but now instead of getting that little kill thing at the top of the screen where it shows you how many kills you got, that's basically how many rewards you're going to get after the game,
mm,
the round finishes. That's it. It's very
nice,
simple.
nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, cool. Um,
yeah. I
and
think we're gonna. Yeah, go for it.
sorry, what were you gonna say?
No, I was just going to say, as long as we keep developing and keep obviously pushing out,
Mm-hmm.
more and more
Mm.
games, because there's so many people that would play first-person shooters, but there's also people that wouldn't. So that's why we
Oh
have to
yeah,
diversify,
absolutely.
yeah, and
Yeah.
bring things to mobile games, not just PC. So it's going to happen methodically, but organically. Very important.
No, definitely, definitely. It's a good thing. It's like I guess you're like WarFi brand, but that's where you're starting. At least with one game launched, but branching out into as you say, like a games hub, um, with numerous games, and then the revenue
Yeah,
feeding back into those NFT holders. You said like the Warbot NFTs.
yeah,
If you want to mention, like, go over that a little bit about it's sort of
yeah.
like
So
a revenue share NFT.
yeah, so it combines trading bots as well as revenue share of the
Ah, yeah,
company.
that's right. Yeah,
Yeah, so it's going to cost $1,000, but to get there, because it's very like we only want serious investors to be part
yeah.
of that
Mhm.
community, because they're going to be making decisions going forward. They're going to determine whether they want, their profits this month only compounded or only paid out or a bit of both. Or
Mhm.
so that's going to be a very tight knit community. So basically, once you've come in the pre-sale, if you fill the allocation of $1,450, you then get whitelisted to get the warbot, and the warbot will only happen 2 weeks after launch.
Mm.
And then you can buy as many warbots as you want. But effectively, out of that $1,000 NFT that you're obviously buying, $1,000, 850 of it, 85% is going to be going towards trading bots that
Mhm.
will be obviously earning between 9 and 12% monthly paid out, and we
Mm.
can compound a bit of it. We can obviously pay a bit of it. So these choices need to be made by that community. Um, and then 5% would obviously go to buying of the bots, managing them. We're using a professional company that's obviously doing it properly. That's why they
Mhm.
have such great rewards. And anybody wants to check those out, they could just check James Pelton's channel. He's got trading
Mhm.
bots pretty high on his top 10, I believe, like number
Yeah,
two,
yeah,
three, somewhere around there.
yeah.
Yeah, so it's the same bots, and then the other last 10% would then go to the company treasury to keep developing that side of things as well. So
Yeah,
it's very well
nice.
thought out of. It's there's no fees, there's no this, there's no that. That we're trying to earn money off the people within obviously the community. Everything is going back towards the community, and that's what's quite nice about obviously how everything is run. It's set up, it's transparent, the contracts are there, they're viewable. It's great that we've done it that way. Done all our KYCs. I mean, you can. Oh, I'm doxed. Everybody can see my face right now on my profile picture. So we do everything the right way because I've had to. Some people know where my house is because I've had to register a proper company to
Yeah, yeah,
deploy mobile apps on Google Play Store, working with Android
yeah.
and iOS. We want to bring fiat on ramp onto the website so people can use their credit card to come play the games eventually. So I've had to register an actual proper company. And they require obviously everything from your home address to your bank statements to your, ID number.
Yeah,
So it's all there. It's all done very well. But I think that's what's going to set us above the rest. And like I said, we were bringing a product and not a promise. It's amazing.
yeah. Cool. I mean, I like it. I'm, as I said, I'm keen to play the game.
I'll
And
give you access before the rest of the community, so you can get good.
nice. I
But
can
yeah,
train. Yeah.
exactly. And then I think
uh,
you can like host a tournament night, in the Grape server.
yeah,
So
that'd be
like
cool.
every Wednesday, who's joining, PS,
Yeah, yeah,
and
that'd be cool actually.
everybody, everybody comes with their Grape tokens, and you have an hour or two of gaming. And then how cool would that be? It's just like even though you guys are having fun, some people are going to be earning from it and
Yeah,
gaining kill tokens, but the rest that are obviously made off of it can be burnt, can be put back
yeah,
into
yeah,
the
yeah.
system. It's just great for the actual whole Grape community, and that's the utility that we're offering other protocols.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's kind of like a no-brainer. When you suggested it to me, and I was like, well, I mean,
I don't have to
what's
pay for
yeah,
this. I'm getting free
yeah,
utility.
yeah.
Obviously, I'm
Well,
not going to say no.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and
Um,
that's where I think we're going to get everybody because we can pick and choose all the biggest protocols out there. And
yeah,
how can you say no to free utility, free burning of your token? You know what I
yeah,
mean?
exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And it's good community engagement aspect. Is it's fun. You
Yeah,
can run competitions,
interactive.
like
It
you say.
keeps the hype. It does a lot. It does more than what people think it does.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah. But
yeah.
yeah, so that's the like the general overview, the basic. I think if anybody's got any more questions than that, more like specific, they're more
Mhm.
than welcome. Hop in our Discord,
Yeah, yeah,
ask
yeah.
chats away. The mods are there. We've got selective groups that can obviously help. My DMs are always open to people, so I don't mind directly messaging people either. So yeah, they're more than
Yeah,
welcome to come
nice.
check us out.
Yeah, well, I don't know if anyone from the audience have any questions or
Yeah, let's do that.
think we can put in the live chat or you can put your hand up and
Yeah, either
ask.
way.
Oh, yeah, there's one
Uh,
in the live chat from Arvin. How do you allocate
okay.
the funds? Is what he's saying. I'm guessing from the pre-sale.
So basically, how it's going to work is the tokens will be dropped on the launch. Depending on whether you want whitelist spots or not, we'll obviously communicate. If you're somebody that's obviously put $1,450 or more into it, then you can drop us a ticket and we'll get you obviously certain access to certain things that other people don't. But then, yeah, once you get your token, you can obviously then buy your NFTs that you want and you were the ones you are planning to get.
Yeah, and you're gonna. I mean, I guess for the funds of the sale will be going to like I guess the liquidity of the
Yeah.
token and the management system, the PMS, as you say.
Yeah, the PMS. I like the phrase. Like a lot of people call it an LMS system,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
that's not what it is. It's not managing liquidity; it's managing
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
price.
yeah,
So
yeah,
exactly. So price
yeah, yeah,
management system, and yeah, and then every month, it'll do something, and we got to put some more in it or something.
yeah,
Anyway, always a fun topic.
yeah,
but but yeah, that it's very simple and very transparent. And like I said, you're not investing into something that they're gonna take 90% of your money and put it somewhere else, and you're
Yeah.
slowly only earning 10% of your money back. It's great that everything is done before the time, and it gives investors that confidence.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Um, Paul Dutton
Any
is asking,
others?
what are your plans for the NFTs once they expire their 200% returns?
So, great question. So, obviously, like any soldier in real life, he has a service. He gets old. He can't be, in battle forever. So, your
Yeah.
soldiers will retire, which you can then use the rewards and buy more soldiers. Obviously, you can compound however you like. But the ones that are now out of service, they still, like any other NFT, have utility. So that'll be used for like certain in-game events, certain obviously giveaways. Maybe
Mhm.
we're giving away warbots. Everybody with an OG first generation soldier. Here we go.
Mm.
You guys are all in a ticket for this, or we've just done the first quarterly. Here's an extra $5,000. Everybody with an extra NFT that's not having rewards right now. Put your hands up, and whatever.
Mhm.
There's so much utility that we can bring behind it, and access to certain things that we're going to be doing in the future, that we keep building utility behind it just to make it even better.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah, nice, nice. And I guess as well, are these NFTs going to have I guess roles in the other games you're gonna make, or some sort of bonus in the other games you can make? I mean, I guess you can obviously.
You're
Um,
you're 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 giving away future secrets, Luca. Can you stop, please?
uh,
There'll be a lot of utility coming, which is quite cool. And certain games, you'll only be able to play if you've got one of the original
yeah,
NFTs.
yeah, nice.
So
Mm.
it's not just okay. Yeah, I'm going to be able to play every game with BUSD. No, no, no.
Yeah,
Sometimes you're
yeah.
going to have to obviously get an NFT just for certain games, for certain
Mhm.
modes.
Mhm.
It just
Yeah.
creates that circle of everything working in unison.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Um, Dave. Dave is asking, will people shopping for NFTs be able to see if an NFT is expired or not? So I'm guessing as well the NFTs are tradable.
Yeah. So no, we've done that on purpose so nobody can get
Okay. Mhm.
suckered by somebody else. They're not going to be tradable for now. Eventually,
Mhm.
one day they will be, but I think let's not jump too quickly into certain things that
Mhm.
are not necessary.
Mhm.
There's a lot that we're building, and we don't need to try and complicate building too much at once. We focus
Yeah.
on certain things. So yeah, not going to be tradable for now, but obviously that's for the safeguard of the community. We release, obviously we mint a certain amount of NFTs per week as well to keep the sustainability and the longevity going.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so they're not just all available from the beginning.
No, 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 that would be silly. So that's
Yeah,
why
yeah,
we
yeah.
obviously do it methodically, calculated. That we obviously building a business for the long term. So
Yeah, yeah. Paul is asking, can you explain how Grape will be used in the game, for example, and what it does for the Grape protocol? I mean, I guess we touched on this a little bit, but maybe
just to
just
give a little bit
summary.
of
Yeah.
background, it's pretty easy. You're playing the first person shooter. Let's say, for example, Grape is sitting at about 25 cents. Okay. How that's obviously going to work is that you pay your four Grape tokens. Okay. And to play the game. Okay. And for every kill in the game, you're getting two obviously tokens. So the other two tokens that you have paid, that'll be going obviously to the initial protocol, so that we can obviously figure out a way to get those back or back in the system or whatever. Grape at the end of the day has the say to do those things. So it's
Hmm.
that's
Yeah.
how basically it's helping the protocol itself while still giving that utility and fun to the community.
Yeah, yeah. We can, probably burn some, maybe give some to maybe top up the nodes with it. Um, give it to NFT holders, etc.
Yeah,
But
there's
yes,
so
as well,
many
it's like
different
a
things we
good
can do.
yeah, it's like a good. Essentially, you can use Grape in the game, and it's good like good use for Grape, uh, burn mechanism, um, good community engagement tool. As I said, we can run some competitions. here and there in the Grape community. I know there's a lot of gamers here.
Yeah, yeah. It really does a little bit of everything, which is quite nice. And it allows the protocol to determine where they need that better to help their investors. You know?
Yeah, yeah. He said he's never shot someone for grapes before. It's first time for everything. Well, there's grapes. I mean, inflation's kicking off, man. Grapes are getting expensive.
Exactly, exactly. We need to get those grapes. But yeah, pretty simple. Is there any other questions?
Dave's asking extra points for shooting someone in the grapes.
What we'll do is we'll create a grape NFT. So if you're
Yeah.
specifically from like the grape community, your avatar, running around in the game will have like a grape head. We could do that.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah,
Imagine
nice.
the logo as the head. You just see this grape running around with it. It would be pretty sick.
Might not be good for like camouflage.
Maybe not. But anyway, yeah.
Yeah. I think that's all I see from questions.
Yeah. Like, it's pretty simple, If anybody
Yeah.
has like some more serious questions, not about shooting people in the grapes, but head over to our Discord. I know you guys have dropped the link.
Yeah, it's in the
So
announcements, guys. I mean, we posted
yeah,
quite a few things in the announcements, but there is the WarFi Discord, so you can join that. There's and then in the Discord, their Discord, they have some gameplay videos. Obviously, I've linked the docs as well, so you can read through that. And they have a decent white paper. You can read through as well. That goes over basically all
yeah,
the main stuff for the launch, and sort of the overall goals as well. But as Jason said, if you have any sort of like specific in-depth questions or things like that or whatnot, you join the WarFi Discord. But you should join it anyway, so that you can keep up to date with it and you know play the
yeah.
game when it comes out.
There we go.
Which will be very
100%.
soon. Very soon.
Very, very, very soon. Weekend, guys. Weekend. And yeah, let's get this utility for Grape running as soon as possible.
Yeah, be something cool.
I think so.
Yeah, well, if
From
you
our
have
side,
anything
yeah,
to
thanks
add,
for having me. No, I'm
no
not one to
worries.
show the project. Like, I'm not going to show my product. I'm just check it out. Do your own research, guys. I'm not going to sit here
Yeah,
and sell something.
of
Check the
course,
white
yeah.
paper. It's going to probably be the best thing you ever see. But
It's
but
a
yeah,
game
do
hunt
that for your own.
launch.
But thank you very much for having me. I appreciate it. And yeah, I'll
Hey,
see
no
you guys
worries.
in game. I'd like to be fragging Nick a little bit. I think that'll be fun.
I was about to say I'm going to challenge you both. By the way, I competed in first person shooter, so I don't know if I'm
Well,
up to
there we
snuff.
go.
I'm old.
Hey.
I'm old, and I probably lost a step or two.
Yeah.
I think
You
I've got a cheat. I got a cheat code. I got a 13-year-old.
I got wall hacks,
Probably.
man. I got wall hacks.
Wall hacks.
No, that's not going to work with us. Sorry, our security is way too good for you. But our 13-year-old will definitely be kicking you and your wall hacks. Don't worry.
Probably. Yeah, the
The
wife's
13-year-olds these days are crazy.
the wife's gonna check the bank statement and be like, "Why did you lose $400 playing WarFi? What's WarFi? I suck.
Oh,
I
man.
suck. I can't win."
All right, guys. But thank you so much for me. I really appreciate it. We'll check you guys in the
Yeah,
Discord.
thanks for
And
joining.
we'll
Thanks for
see you.
coming in.
Thanks for coming. Super exciting, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, maybe we'll do another one like after a week, after the launch. Then we'll do another one and like tell people about maybe a tournament that we'll host like in your server every like Wednesday or Thursday, whatever.
That'd be
I'll be
cool.
back.
Yeah, man.
Don't worry.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
that'd be
I
really cool.
appreciate it, guys.
Awesome.
Right.
Thanks,
Yeah,
man.
thanks
Thanks
so
for
much,
coming up.
and we'll chat to you guys again.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
All
well,
right.
thanks,
Look
guys.
at
Thanks
Nick.
for listening as
Have a
well.
good one. And thanks to the
See ya.
community.
Everyone
Thanks
does.
for letting me be here. Cheers, guys. Have a good one.